What's going on? It's your boy Gsquared. Check out my channel plus Team Minority's channel. This is my Chaos Macro Hero deck. Didn't do so well for me today, but it's because I ran into a lot of plants. Let's put it that way.
Plants will do that.
I basically run 2 Alchemists for an engine. It's kind of a hybrid deck on everything. So this helps to fuel the banishment. To me, banish is the new graveyard. So I was trying to see if I could use that as my own personal graveyard because people seem to be removing a lot of stuff from play anyways. I wanted to build it with heroes. I know a lot of people are going to say it's not a real hero deck if you only run 4 heroes, but those are the best 4 heroes, 2 runs, so that's what I run. It also helps with the only fusions that I really wanted to pull out with those. Then, of course, you got to run a tour guide. I run 1 because that's pretty much all I have, but if I had more, I would run them. But tour guide is the bomb. And if you're hating on it, that's because you don't have one. As far as the macro part goes and the remove from play, Warrior Lady, you have the option to remove from play when you attack or it gets attacked, so it seems to be working really well. It can get rid of BLS, can get rid of Zen Mains, can get rid of pretty much anything. I also run an Assailant because it's got the same attack as Tengu. Seems to work out really well, plus you can hit it face down, and if it gets destroyed you have the option to remove stuff from play. As far as the control build, you gotta love the Thunder King. Thunder King rules. I main 2 of them. After that I go for one of my tuners, which is basically Gale.
Super long fight.
I'm good, thanks.
Sorry, my bad.
I go for the Gale. The effect of Gale seems to be really great. You can use it once per turn, plus it's a tuner, so it seems to really work really well. The only other tuner I run would be the Veiler.
You ever normal summon it?
The Veiler?
Yeah.
Every now and then for Catastor, absolutely, or for Trish, especially with so many level 4 monsters. Neospatian Grandmole, one of my favorite cards of all time. You can bounce so many different things. You can bounce his Zen Mains, you can bounce almost anything with it. It even bounces Catastor before Catastor's effect goes off.
No it does not.
Yes it does.
Does it really?
Yes it does.
Because I've had like so many rulings on that.
I got it straight from a judge.
What's the ruling?
Neospatian Grandmole versus Catastor.
Yeah, Catastor's mandatory, Grand Mole's optional. So optional will be Chain Link 2, mandatory will be Chain Link 1. Both the hand, what
and
up?
you reverse. Yeah, you reverse. You play from Chain Link 2 backwards. You got to have Gores in there, just in case. Gores wins a lot of duels. I go with Caius, the removal, and the big beat stick. I run so many lights. I go with one, at least, I got to have Honest in there. And for defense and for hand removal, Spirit Reaper is one of the best. And as far as the biggest monster in my deck, BLS, because he wins games. Enough said.
But you're removing stuff all the time. Why would you run it?
Because even with the graveyard and with Alchemist, you can bounce a lot of stuff back in your hand that's removed, and then you can put it back in your graveyard.
Yeah.
As far as spells and traps go, I run 2 Duality, help run the engine, draw power. Speaking of draw power, I also go with Rhoda because it hits all my heroes, plus it hits both the Warrior Ladies and the Assailant. As far as stopping power, you go with the Controller and the Book. For the heroes, you go drop 1 fusion, and then since I do a lot of removal, do a parallel because you can get so many things that are banished already and bring them back to the deck and then work your magic all over again. As far as back row removal, you go with the Heavy Storm. I went with that and a Trap Dust Shoot over 2 MSTs. I usually side the 2 MSTs. Smashing Ground is another great tech card. It pretty much can get rid of a lot of stuff. If somebody has just as Zen Mains on the field, you Smashing Ground, they have to discard 1 card and then they have to get rid of another card on the field, which would be the second counter that they have. So it works really well. Dark Hole and a Monster Reborn because they're staples. When it comes to traps, Dust Shoot, which works really well. You can see what's going on in your opponent's hand, plus you can get rid of something to put it back in the deck. I run 1 Bottomless, 1 Torrential, 1 Mirror Force. I run 3 Deep Prisons because it's a great card, and then 2 Solemn Warnings.
Nice.
When it comes to the extra, I go with 1 Catastor, 1 Brionic. As far as level 7s, I go with Black Rose and Fairy Dragon. He helps bring out another level 4, and it helps to really start pushing on my field control. 1 Trishula. I also have a Chimera Tech in there just for the Zen Mains, and I also side 2 Cybers for it. As far as the heroes go, I run 2 Shinings, 1 Gaia, and 1 Tornado. Gives me a lot of different options that way. And then as far as the Exceeds go, I go with 3 level 3s, which is the Zen mains, number 17, and the Leviair. Leviair especially works well because you can take one of my remove from plays, which is almost always guaranteed to get me a warrior lady back. Zen mains can stop a lot of things. And then as far as the level 4s, I go with 1 Utopia for a beat stick, and then for control I go for 1 roach. And then when you look at the side, as far as the side, I go with the 2 Fossil Dynas, which seem to help me quite a bit today. The Kaikus, which helped me beat Lightsworn today. 1 Breaker, another Thunder Kingdom, put it to 3 if you need more control. 2 Cybers if you're running into Karakuri, or if you're seeing a lot of Zen mains. 1 Chaos Sorcerer to help beef up the control deck. A lot of times I'll just side out all 6 of the hero cards and then go into more Chaos control. Leeching the Light is for agents, obviously. Super Poly, if you're running into another hero deck, I end up beefing that up with that and another Miracle Fusion. 2 MSTs, usually against TGs and stuff that's trap heavy or back row heavy. And then Debunk usually helps with all kinds of different stuff. And that's pretty much my deck. Didn't do as well as I thought I did today, or I'd like to, but I had a great day either way. And I really love building hybrid decks, so it has its subtleties and it puts a little more thought into actually build control with the deck. Hope you enjoy it. Team Minority out.